Marie whakalawalahi atu. Welcome to Ikilei. It is my pleasure that you are here. Thank you so much for joining us. It is a late night. It's like 10 o'clock at night. So I don't know what you people are doing up, but we thought this was really important to bring up. I want to bring on my co-host for this evening. This would be Mel Taylor. Mel, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. Hello, everyone. As Elliot said, my name's Mel Taylor, and I think I'd like to kick off this one especially by saying I'm a proud woman, a proud mum, and a proud wife.
Oh, awesome. So Mel, could you just tell us what is a woman?
Wow, I've heard lots of definitions about what is a woman. For me personally, I think a woman is someone that has the anatomy at birth that can give birth. There are definitely women that can't give birth, and that can be a mum.
Awesome.
Very different from males. There's lots of
Very,
other
very
things like the
different.
way we think clearly, and the way we understand directions and all those other sorts of things.
Absolutely right. And when we look at what is a woman, it is a human adult female. There is a neurological difference. There is a generalized physiological difference as well. Men and women are incredibly different. That is just how it goes. It's how it is. But of course, we live now in a community and an environment where mainstream media, the academics, and the politicians are trying to shove down our throat this idea that no, there is no woman, there is no man, that everything is genderless. So we're going to have a bit of a look at that because that's something which has just broken through. We were able to see it today. It's extraordinary. Mel wrote an article today. It's just absolutely shocking what's going on. So before we get into it, as we always do, if you want something in there to have a discussion, look, please bring it in and we'll do our best to bring it into our conversation to be able to talk about it. All right. So Steph, good to see you there as well, Steph. So we've got some great people coming on in and having a chat. ABC ZX1. Yes. Been a little bit of a busy night. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Christine. We'll quickly jump on there. We don't want to bring that out or anything like that. That's fine. Biology, woman equals adult female. Absolutely right. So what happened today, of course, something that was very quiet, very, very quietly done, was, of course, the fact that we had the New Zealand Midwifery Council. They are now erasing mother and woman from scope of practice. Mel, could you tell us what is in this article? What is it about?
They're proposing a whole pile of changes to their wording. They have opened it up for the midwives to comment until the 21st of November from memory. But the changes are massive. It is removing the word woman and mother. They're pretty huge. Not only that, but it's gone it's very culturalized, surprisingly so. So whereas I would have said the language before, I think you'll see in the first point, when we bring up the first point, it's there's a lot of the Treaty of Waitangi stuff, a lot of Māori stuff added into it, which is fine, but you're taking out the whole substance of a mum and a woman. It's pretty, I would call it extremist, very left wing, very ideological, and not in a good way. Especially for, are they going to change the name of their services because it's midwifery? It's got the word wife in it. So if they're going to this extent, what is it actually going to end up being called? I mean, it's whacked.
Yeah, well said. So it does sound like the midwives, or the Midwifery Council, that they are starting to change a lot of the words in there. And as your article does clearly state, they are erasing the words mother and woman from the document itself. And so let's have a look, because, of course, what Mel was able to find out for us was not only are they seeking to erase it, but they're actually replacing it. Now, let me just say something here. It is okay if you are white and you are opposed to the extreme form of I don't know. I don't even want to call it the indigenizing, or I don't know what even that means. Make no mistake, if you are white and you are speaking against this, it's absolutely fine. No one can call you a racist. because you're not. You're saying that, look, this is what's going on. Well, what does this mean? What are we talking about here? And I think that's what we need to have a look at. So thank you so much for all of you guys. You guys are still jumping in there. It's really, really excellent to see you there. Let's bring up what is happening in terms of those changes. Well, let's have a gaze. All right, let's have a look at this one area here. So what is this one? This one is saying the midwife works in partnership with women. So this is currently in the text. This is currently in the text.
Original.
That's the original text. That is in there. What's right there. Now, what is proposed, or at least they want this in there, they just have to give you, the public, and us, the ability to speak into this. So that's the original text. What is it? Here we go. The midwife works in partnership with women will be replaced with te tiriti or waitangi is embedded in the practice of a kahu pōkai midwife in Aotearoa, New Zealand. All right, let's go that again. 1. The midwife works in partnership with women. Nice, clear. It's a woman. And it will be changed to te tiriti or waitangi is embedded in the practice of a kahu pōkai midwife in Aotearoa, New Zealand. That's what it's going to be changed into.
That's massive. That's not little. That is massive. And if you're a new mum, you want to know, the first one makes sense. You want to know that there is someone there that is partnering with you, not taking over, not being totally cultural, not, even if you're white, oh my gosh, am I not being culturally sensitive enough or whatever? This changes so much as a new mum. That's huge.
That's absolutely extraordinary. So they've removed. This is what they will be erasing. The partnership, they are erasing that, and they're going to replace it with this. The Treaty of Waitangi, which is not even a founding document. It is not the founding document. It's not. It's a wonderful treaty. It allowed for the areas of equality for New Zealanders. Article 1, the price. Article 2, the nuance idea of being able to sell and buy together and trade together. And Article 3 was a great one of being treated as equal. How on earth does it get put into midwifery? What does it even mean? Te tiriti or waitangi is embedded in the practice of a kahu pōkai? It doesn't even make sense at all, unless you go with the woke academics of the 80s. All right. Now, let's have a look at another one. To give women the necessary support. Oh, give women. Okay, that sounds good. To give women the necessary support, care, and advice during pregnancy, labor, and the postpartum period up to 6 weeks to facilitate births and provide care for the newborn. Now,
Awesome.
Let me put it this way. Mel has looked at this. I have not. I have not seen this. For whānau who are planning a pregnancy, pregnant, birth, and postnatal. Ooh, I've just picked up something very dangerous there. To give women the necessary support, care, and advice during pregnancy, labor, and the postpartum period up to 6 weeks, to facilitate birth and to provide care for the newborn. For whānau who are planning a pregnancy, pregnant, birthing, and post. Mel, is it just me? I had just a chill up my spine there. Can you help? What are your thoughts here?
Okay, so there is a possibility that they're actually trying to be inclusive by looking at people who identify as a woman or whatever it may be, to include, to try and be inclusive before there is a pregnancy.
I want to say, yeah, and I can see that. I tell you what the picture that I'm getting, because this is important just to all of you out there. The reason why this is actually quite important is because this government works off redefining words and being very careful to push down your throat the idea of words being changed and redefined and softening you up for approach. That's why wording is very, very important here. Now, I'll tell you what's gotten me real chilled up my spine. Here you've got to give women the necessary support, care, and advice during pregnancy. labor and the postpartum period up to 6 weeks to facilitate births and provide care for the newborn. So the baby appears in this. Now, you got whānau there, which I don't know why you'd change it, but of course that means that you've got a whatever the grouping might be. So it's not actually mother, it's not mum. It's not mum. It's whānau, and that could be quite a range of things, as they like to use these words. Who are planning. That's what gets me quite chilled up my spine. The fact is, your children might not be planned. Your children may not be planned. And so what? They are your children. You have an obligation to love them and be with them. Because when you have sex, this is actually what happens. You are doing an act which, at its core, is designed to bring forth a child. Now, here, that idea, this planning, strikes me as the Planned Parenthood or family planning. That abortion element. So, if you're not planning to, is it going to be much easier than to kill the baby after that? And where is the baby? Where is the newborn? I don't see that. I don't see that little baby in here anywhere. And again, this is this whole idea about changing wording to make it easier to do things such as rip a baby to pieces or take a pill to basically rip the blood from around him or her to kill the baby effectively. I think this here makes sense to me. All right. This does not. This is shockingly bad. And look at that. It's a quicker way of it. And yet up here, a nice, easy way. The midwife works in partnership with a woman, replaced with te tiriti or waitangi is embedded in the practice of a kahu pōkai midwife. All right, let's have another look. Mel, is there anything there that you wanted to also have another look at, to have a look at?
Do you want to bring that up again?
Which one is that one?
The one you're just discussing. It's not on the screen.
Right, got it. Here we go. This one?
Can't see it.
You can't see it? Is this the one that... Oh, sorry. Look at that. I'm the only one who's looking at it. My apologies.
Awesome.
Now, which one there did you want to have a look at? Did you want to have a look at this one?
I think you can go through, you can sort of flick over, and you get the gist of what they're doing, the massive changes.
The midwife understands, promotes, and facilitates the physiological processes of pregnancy and childbirth. Oh, are you serious? Fundamental to a kahu pōkai midwife tikanga, expertise and knowledge is the understanding, promotion, and facilitation of the physiological processes that support well-being. What is that?
Where's all the emotive, all the nurturing and the words that appeal to a mum, whether, a woman that's pregnant, whether it be first, second, third, fourth, whatever time, that's gone. It's all become politicized. It's become like there's no connection with it.
I find it extraordinary.
Yeah, okay, it's like going from being a person that's really cared about and nurtured to just making sure they've got the PC wording right. And there's nothing emotive about that. There's nothing connecting about that for me personally. That's how I see it.
Identifies complications that may arise in mother and baby. And the recognition of complexity. Oh, wow. They've removed mother and baby.
Baby. Really?
That is disgusting. That is absolutely disgusting. The recognition of complexity.
At least the dad or whatever passes out. I mean, stress. The majority is mother and baby. To not actually singly point that out is no. Just it's an absolute no from me.
Come on, this is as a New Zealander, this is disgusting. All right, accesses appropriate medical assistance and implements emergency measures as necessary. Okay. Geez, surely can't stuff this one up. making timely referrals when appropriate and implementing emergency care when necessary. Oh, I got another chill there.
Yeah. Read this one.
I,
When women
that-
require referral.
when women require referral, midwives provide midwifery care in collaboration with other health professionals. All right, sounds good.
Yeah.
Oh, the kahu pōkai midwife consults and collaborates effectively with whānau, other kahu pōkai midwives, and relevant health and social services. What the heck? Okay, can you give us your take on this, Mel?
Having a baby is a real personal thing. There's a lot of women that just want, the one support person or the one midwife, or they don't want the whole family in there. They don't. And the right hand side, to me, it's looking like it's disregarding the personal thing that you're going through, that a woman's going through, and making it a whole big whānau, all sorts of things, because you're not individually mentioned. The baby is not individually mentioned. Yet, hello, it's childbirth, it's midwifery care for the upcoming, for the mum, for the baby. It's really, all of this is it's actually sad. It is sad. It's like they've totally lost touch, the humanity touch of being a midwife, and gone all PC. That is so sad for such an incredible journey,
And why on earth is the social services mentioned in there? I did, what the? Oh
Other
gosh,
yeah, social
that's
services.
wrong. All right, midwives have an important role in health and wellness promotion and education for the woman, her family, and the community. Now they're separated. Good. It should be woman, her family, and the community. They do have
Yeah.
an important role in health and wellness promotion and education. All right, the kahu pōkai midwife values mātauranga Māori and other worldviews to provide safe kahu pōkai midwifery care that promotes whānau health and well-being. Are you serious? Are you
Yeah,
serious?
I know.
That's
Yeah.
hey, I don't. Why are they pushing this mātauranga Māori stuff in there and other worldviews? How about just basic science that Western civilization has been able to attain over the years? And oh wow, they are shoving
No,
this
right.
down our throat hardcore.
You're not talking little changes to wording. This is huge changes. Huge.
That's mātauranga Māori. This is that part where they basically say the knowledge is gained from very specifically those who will be labelled or accredited Māori. I'm going to say accredited Māori, not normal Māori, accredited. This is shocking. This is a politicization of science
Mhm.
itself, which we already knew through those other elements about male, female. But this
Yeah.
is disgusting. This is absolutely shocking. I cannot believe that this is in there. All right.
I'm really interested I'd be really interested in knowing what the midwives actually think about this. I have had the most incredible midwives. They've just been amazing. And I know that they were dealing with enough changes, leftist type changes, many, many years ago. We're seeing it just totally erode. And midwives, especially the ones I've had, they're just so grassroots, they're down to earth. This is the what you're seeing on the left of the screen. That's the language they know. That's the language they speak to, to upcoming mums. And it's just so changed. I really, really hope and would like to encourage any midwives that are against this. You've got till the 21st. Please speak up.
Right, so we'll definitely get some midwives on our show to actually discuss this particular issue. This is too important. These are babies before they are born, and this is also about power imbalances that they're pushing, because whānau, what is that? And what power do they have over the mum? I think that's quite shocking. All right. Midwifery practice involves informing and preparing the woman and her family for pregnancy, birth, breastfeeding, and parenthood, and includes certain aspects of women's health, family planning, and infant well-being. The kahupokai is responsible for providing culturally and clinically safe care in any setting for whānau who are planning, again, that shocking, that real chilling word, planning a pregnancy, pregnant, birthing, and postnatal. Where's the baby? Where's
Mum and baby
this?
have been eroded.
So they've taken out woman, they've taken out infant, the baby, and woman's again.
Breastfeeding.
Oh yeah, breastfeeding. And they've just gone culturally and clinically safe care in any setting for whānau who are planning pregnancy, pregnant, birthing, and postnatal. This is shocking. I have not seen this before. I know, Mel, that you have. I have not seen it. I'm utterly shocked that this is, and so quietly done. Where was this sort of announced at all? Oh, there's a further one. This is extra. This is extra text that will be put in. The kahupokai midwife develops a knowledge, skills, and cultural expertise to be responsive to meeting the varied health needs of whānau. The kahupokai may expand tikanga ako midwifery practice by undertaking relevant education and gaining expertise, including in wider sexual and reproductive health and infant health care. That is quite scary. That tells me that they are looking at some quite far out there ideas. What is that telling you, Mel?
What does that include? Yeah, exactly. Well, the question is, what does that include? Going through their website today, and again, this is not an attack on midwives. There is a lot of incredible midwives out there. This is like any, I guess, organization where you go up the chain and they lose absolute touch. That they lose touch with reality and grassroots, and it gets all politicized and all political and policies and all the rest of it. But I did have a flick through their website today, and there was quite a lot on abortion stuff, which was really surprising. So the last one actually makes me wonder what else are they going to include in their services. It's interesting.
Sorry, what do you mean abortion? What are you talking about abortion?
Now I'll have to go through it and make sure I've got my facts right. But there was just stuff on what you need to do to perform abortions, that it's compulsory to go through the act and educate yourself on that. That was on one of the main pages. So
are you saying it sounds like to me that you're suggesting that there is a strong possibility that midwives whose function is the assistance and bringing out of life from a woman to facilitate that coming out, are you saying that there's a strong suggestion that midwives will actually be also abortionists as well?
Possibly. There was that sort of context in what I was reading, and like I said, I'd have to go into it a little bit more. But seeing that even on there was like, wow, not what I would have expected. It was just really, and that this new training, they've got to make sure they do this training, and I'm like, wow, yeah, really interesting. Yeah, I
think it's foul. Yeah, I mean, if you're it's like what's happening with the euthanasia, where you're basically saying, hey, save a life and kill a life. How does that even work? That's not even logically consistent, or that's not even. How do you say, oh well, no, I'm going to do everything I can to help you live and to help you have a quality life, when your job is to kill? How could you have a midwife who will kill the baby? There's nothing about that.
To me, a midwife is about life, and I know things go wrong and whatever, but they're part of bringing life. I know that in the beginning that you can go to a midwife and get a referral to get an abortion, and that they have to actually go through that. That's how the pattern, how it goes. But yeah, to extend on that, I think there should be a real definitive line. That's how I see it. Midwives, they bring birth, they bring babies into the world. It's beautiful.
Right, so let's have a little look here at this one here. We're going to look at the midwife may practice in any settings, including the home, the community, hospitals, or in any other maternity service. In all settings, the midwife remains responsible and accountable for the care she provides. All right, this sounds okay. The kahu pokai is responsible for providing culturally and clinically safe care in any setting.
Clinically safe care. Now, for me, does that mean, and like I'm just assuming, I could be entirely wrong, I hope I am, but are they going to lean away from home births? Because there's a lot of women that wanted to, give birth at home. It's actually an amazing, amazing thing. But are they steering into more clinical ways of giving birth?
Yeah, you're right. I can see what you're saying there, because you could say, oh, look, but it's any setting. I'm sorry, but clinically safe care might
Yeah,
actually exclude any setting. And I think that's a yet again, a very dangerous environment. We already know that the government wants you to have all your kids going to their ECE, and I think that's highly problematic as it is. All
yeah.
right, let's have a look. New text. So this is new text. The kahupokai draws upon cultural and clinical ways of knowing with effective communication skills to assess, diagnose, plan, provide, and evaluate care where clinically indicated, and with the appropriate education, the kahupokai prescribes treatments and medicines. Something dodgy about that. The tikanga, quality and safety of midwifery care, is supported through seeking whānau feedback, cultural safety, continuity of care, and effective interprofessional relationships, including tikanga ako practice. It is also upheld through the kahupokai, engagement with healthcare safe systems, evidence-based practice, reflective practice, ongoing education, and professional development. Oh, the kahupokai is involved in the advancement of midwifery from multiple perspectives. Yeah, multiple perspectives through education, research, management, quality, and safety regulation and leadership. That is an extraordinarily political statement. That is extraordinarily political. That is a politicized statement right there.
It's certainly not personalised. Not at all. Not for a second.
Oh, they're trying to. Oh, this is absolutely disgraceful. I can't believe that they're doing this to midwifery.
Yep.
We need to find out who wrote this. We need to find out who wrote this, and we need to find out about those people, and we need to find out their connection to the current shockingly bad government. This is disgusting. This is a politicized area.
Yeah, and we've heard for a long time. There was the birth certificates. There was the whole mum is going to be removed from everywhere. But here we have it, and it's just. I mean, it's not through yet. Don't get me wrong. It is their final draft, but it's right in your face. And this is in midwifery. I expected it to come from other areas. I expected there to continue, to be big pushes, but I didn't expect this. And oh my gosh, I didn't expect such a massive change. No mum in there, mother, no baby. I mean, there's no word. It's midwifery. Where is the word baby? Really? It's insane.
That is absolutely disgusting. There's no baby. There's no infant. Or, sorry, there was that one infant. There's no baby. There's no mother. There's no woman. They've erased it. It's absolutely extraordinary. They're disgusting. Their disgusting treatment of women and babies in there. I can't believe it. And you know what they're going to do? If you speak up against it, you're a racist. That's what they're going to say. Can I just say here, live on this show, if you are white or you are brown, or if you're outside of that particular dynamic, don't worry about it. Speak up. Say that it's wrong, because this is disgusting. I think this is misogynistic. I think this is a misogynistic, and I think it's anti-family, and I think it's anti-conservative, and it's anti-New Zealand. I do. I cannot believe that this is what they came up with.
And if we let this get through, and it slipped through so easily or unnoticed, then what's coming next? What are the departments going to adopt it? If it's okay in that department and they see it as being widely accepted by the general public, then hello, it's going to hit everywhere. And we've been saying this for ages, like, oh my gosh, what was your political slogan years ago, Elliot?
This year, we win back what we have lost, or we lose the rest.
Well, we are seeing ourselves lose the rest, and something needs to be done. It really does, because it'll all be gone if we don't start doing something. Not radical.
Yeah, absolutely right.
I know I'm white, and I'm female, and I believe in God. So not radical, but get together with your communities and, talk, have conversations, write letters to your local MP, do whatever you can, because this is just the beginning.
What I've just done is I've put in there the details to our article. Go to our article, go to the very bottom. That's where you'll find a hyperlink that will bring it out as to where you can put that comment in. Send in your opinion on this and send it to everyone that you can. Share it around. This is the way in which we get it done.
Because it's been pushed back overseas. There has been enough public pushback for it to not happen. When they tried to introduce it in the UK, pushback, and it was reversed. So, there's hope. It has happened overseas. They have tried to push it, and it's been reversed.
So that's powerful. That's powerful. And may I just say, so I've been talking to several principals and a couple of teachers around about, for example, the relationship, sexuality, education, and the te huri hanganui, the racism stuff that's been pushed upon your children. No one is coming to save you. No one is coming to save your children. I guarantee you that is not happening. No party has come out overtly. No parliamentary party has come out overtly and said that they're going to fix it. No one is coming to save us. So you need to. If you are a parent, you need to stand up. You need to get together with people. You need to actually start it out. We can help. We can get together with other crew and we can send messages. This stuff here, this disgusting midwifery amendment, redefinitions of and erasures of women and babies, right? You can fight back. Mel has just told you she can fight back. All right. I think go to that article, go into it, go to the bottom, share it around, share. Mel, have you got any last things to mention before we finish up on that?
Yeah, I think don't be afraid to speak up. We've got all these threats of hate speech and who's a potential terrorist and all this really, really wacko stuff coming through. Don't be afraid to speak up. If someone disagrees, it's actually, debate is so healthy. You're allowed to have your opinion and your thought. You're allowed. Debate is healthy. And I think the government's trying to stop the debate, trying to stop the talk, and to be able to say, well, actually, you do have a really good point. They're trying to stop us being open-minded, and it's not good. So speak up.
All right. Awesome. So we just wanted to come out. We wanted to give you a real quick area as to what's going on. We wanted to bring it to you. We wanted to show you what was happening. That information that we got is actually taken from the midwifery amendments themselves. That's from them. All right. So you've got it. We've given you that power. We've got it out there. Share as you can. We've got to stand up and fight because the fact is that no one's coming to save us. All right. We need to protest peacefully. We need to get out those words out there constantly. All right. But it can be done. Mal has told you that it happened overseas. Let's bring it here. Let's defend our babies. Let's defend our mothers. Let's defend our women. All right. And let's defend our culture of New Zealand. So meantime, from us to you, God bless you and God bless New Zealand.